Well, guys, today we're going to take a look at a tool that a lot of you locksmiths have been begging me to take a look at, and this is a universal core puller from Multipick. They call this the Bell. I bought what they call the Bell Complete, which is basically everything that you see. Everything sells for 154 euros, about $170. But if you already have all that stuff, then just the tool itself sells for 119 euros, and that's about $130 at today's exchange rate. So what do we get if we buy the complete kit? We get the tool itself. We get 2 protector plates to help you protect the face of the door or the hardware from the tool itself. As you can see, this one is designed to fit very neatly with a Euro style lock. So it slides in there and gives you access to pop that core right out of there. Once the core is out, you can reach in there with a screwdriver or actuator tool and rotate and get the door open once that core is out of the way. If you don't want to use this on Euro locks, you have other types of locks. They give you a universal style, and this will work on pretty much any kind of core you can imagine. It fits on Quicksets and Schlages, fits on Medicos. We're going to try all those out here in a little while, but obviously it fits on the front, and then we theoretically yank that core right out of there. I'm even going to try it on some padlocks. I believe it would even work on that. Anyway, what makes the whole tool feasible is having a tough screw in order to extract it. A lot of us have used slam hammers using like wood screws or deck screws or concrete screws, and too often those screws are not designed to be put under that kind of pressure. A lot of times you try to pull the core and it'll snap, and now you've got this piece of hardened steel stuck inside of the core, and you've got a real mess and a time-consuming job to clean it out. Well, Multipick's come out with these guys. These are designed as extraction screws. They're so tough they don't break. They come in a pack of 10. It sells for about $10, 8 euros, 8.9 euros. It's about $1 a piece. So not cheap, but I'd much rather pay $1 up front than to be faced with trying to drill out a broken deck screw to get it out of the core. So we're going to find out how well these work. Included in the kit, notice these are Torx. You also get a Torx handle that fits very neatly to help you drive those into the core. Of course, the way it works is you probably would have to drill into the core and then insert the screw using the Torx handle, put your protector plate on there like so, and then take the bell and line it up, and the bell, obviously this is embedded in the core, plot it like that, and then you use the provided 19mm wrench to tighten this up, which will slowly but surely rip that core right out of the lock. That's the theory. Let's find out how well it works. All right, this first one's a pretty good quality. This is a BAB lock, I believe also German. It works perfectly. And the first thing we got to do is put the screw in. In order to do that, I have to drill a hole. So I've already got the drill ready to go. Let me just drill a hole right down the center here. It doesn't have to be centered or anything. Once you've got that, all you do is you grab a screw. I'm going to use these 5.5 Vipers. Use the wrench that's provided. And just torque him in there. Alright, that ought to be plenty. Now I'm going to take the bell tool and the protection plate. Now remember, no pressure is going to be put on the face of the lock or the door hardware. It's all going to be applied directly to the adapter plate. So we're going to apply him just like that, and then slide the tool on. Let me undo that a little bit. Once I've got him on there, I tighten it up a little bit. And I'm going to try to put the camera at such an angle that you can maybe see what's going on in there as we try to extract that core. I'm going to take the 19mm wrench that they give, and I'm just going to tighten up the nut on the back of the tool and see if we can extract that core. I'm going to move the camera so I can get a full swing on the wrench. You have to back him up just a hair. Go a little bit quicker if I can swing this wrench all the way around. There we go. Just like pulling a tooth, isn't it? I'm actually turning it with my finger at this point, and the entire core has just been popped out. And all the pins and everything. If this were level, everything would have fallen out, and then I could take a screwdriver and slide them in there, and I could then actuate the door, unlock the door with a screwdriver. So very cool. Let's see if it works on some other locks too. Alright, this next one's a standard Schlage that we find. This one's from a deadbolt. We're going to need the hole for the screw, so just anywhere just to line up. Wow, that went fast. Okay. Take the provided wrench, and I'm also going to use the 5.5 and use the tool to torque him in there. And I'm just going to get him in as far as he'll go. If it's in a normal, like a Euro lock or padlock, it'll bottom out in the back. But if you get it as far in as you can and engage as many of those threads, you'll get more pulling power. But if you get up to there, there's only one thread left, so that's fine. I think it'll be just perfect. I'm going to use the generic core puller. It's got a little bit larger hole, so line them up like that. Take our tool, slide them on there, and again I've got to adjust them a little bit to get them to go over the head of the screw, like that. Get them finger tight. And again, I want to make sure that that hole is lined up with the core. And I believe that is pretty close right there. Again, I'm going to take the provided wrench, and let's see if we can't pull this guy. Oops. Again, I'm going to have to move the camera to get a full swing, but hopefully that'll give you a little bit better view of the core popping out down there. I don't think our holes are lined up. Let me back it up a little bit. Now they're lined up. It was coming out, but it was pulling that plate out as well. And there's our core. Wow, quick. If you line it up, Bill, if you line it up. Alright, this is an old fab lock that I've had around for a while. See if we can get into him. It looks like a ball bearing popped down there. Oh, it's one of the pins popped out. It's blocking the way. Let me drill him out of the way. Okay, that ought to be good. I can hear that. It's almost like a tap going in there. I can hear those threads cutting into that brass core. I would never twist like this with a wood screw or a deck screw. Alright, I'm going to use the generic one. This guy, line him up. Put our bell on. Get on there, there we go. Tighten him up finger tight. And this time I'm going to make sure with the flashlight, let me get him snugged up with my finger. I want to make sure that that core is lined up with a hole. And that should be pretty close right there. Alright, put some torque on it with a wrench. And I'm going to turn that. Hopefully you'll be able to see the core. Let me move that just a little bit, give you a little bit better view. And I think that'll do it. Alright, apply a little torque. And let's see if we can't pop that fab core right out of there. And there we go. Alright, let's take a screwdriver, still locked. Find the actuator, see if we can't turn him with a... If I can get a Phillips. Maybe that will work a little better. And there we go. How easy is that? Alright, again we have another Euro. This one's a dimple lock, and just to save time I've already gone and inserted the screw. This one's a little different. This is one of the thinner ones. This is the Viper 4.8 millimeter. I just want to see how much stress it will tolerate. So we'll fit our plate on there, slide our bell, finger tight. Make sure the plate's perfectly lined up. It is. And let me turn this again to give you a little better angle so you can see, hopefully that core will come out of there. Okay, grab the wrench and start turning. And there you go. What a cheap looking core that is. I'm surprised that didn't just completely strip without popping out. Alright, let's try one of these little Mindies. This is one of these smiley locks that some of us have trouble with. Works beautifully, not modified. Let's just clamp it right here. What I'm going to do is use a punch just so I can get the drill centered in the middle of the core. Just a light tap ought to do it. And let's see if we can get that drill to not drift around, not walk. That ought to be deep enough. Alright, I'm going to try something a little different on this one. I'm going to use the thinnest one. This is the green, the 4.2 millimeter Viper. I just want to see how tough the thin ones are. Might have drilled that hole a little large, but I can still feel that screw threading its way just like it's a tap. And no sense in going any further than that. It's a generic one, so I can use the generic plate with the larger hole. Finger tight. And let me just check with a flashlight to make sure that I've got that core centered, and I believe it is. Alright, get that just as centered as we can get it. Alright, I'm going to start twisting on this thing and see if we can pop out this core. And I can already feel it's hardly any resistance at all. I can probably pull the rest of the way. No, maybe not. I was going to say pull the rest of the way by hand, but not quite. Alright, there we go. Let me look in there to see what the actuator looks like. And I should be able to use a small flat blade screwdriver to open the lock. Alright, this is a disc detainer bicycle lock. It's got a wide open keyway, and so all I did is just drive the screw right down the existing keyway. No drilling, no muss, no fuss, just screwed it right in there. So I'll line up the plate. Line up the tool, finger tight, and just make sure that the holes are lined up, and I believe, let me get this finger tight and I'll check it with a flashlight. That's pretty close. Alright, now let's just put the wrench on it and see if we can pop this core out. And there we go. There's the entire disc pack. This may be a little more difficult because some of the junk is still in there. So I've got to pop out the entire liner. And then once I've got that, let me look in here with a flashlight, I believe the ball bearings fell out. I should be able to open it. There we go. I can see. Alright, last one is this new and improved greater drill resistance Master Lock Commercial. This one may be a challenge because when I pull the core out, it's got to pull against that bottom plate. I've got no idea if this is going to work, but we will find out if the screw is going to break. Let me center this. And let's knock all right down the center. Alright, again, I'm going to use a 5.5 millimeter Viper, simply because that's the size of drill I had in. Oh yeah! We'll use our generic plate. And I want to make sure that's lined up right about there. Alright, I want you guys to see if this really works. So I'm going to actually see if I can unzoom so this automatic zoom works. And I'm going to try to get you guys right down there where you can see the core. Hopefully that will be good enough. Alright, I'm going to start turning on this nut. And let's see if that screw strips or breaks. Nope. Out she comes. There's your core. It just sheared the entire thing off. And then I can get a flat tip screwdriver and we get an open. Of course, that was the hard way to open a master lock, Bill. What are you thinking? Look at this. Man, it just sheared that whole bottom plate and broke those ears right off of there. That is really cool. All right, now I see why you locksmiths were making such a big deal out of this tool. This is absolutely awesome. If you have to be through a lock in 2 minutes or less, this is what you need, guys. This is just amazing. It's like a knife through butter. But what makes it possible, of course, are these Viper screws. Not a single breakage. If I'd been doing this with wood screws or deck screws or concrete screws, I would have broken a couple. But on all of these, I tried everything from the green one, the 4.2 millimeter, all the way up to the 5.5s, and not a single failure. None of them even bended. I mean, they just are very, very tough screws. A peace of mind is well worth $1 per screw, I think. I'm going to definitely just have these inside of my toolbox from now on. Anyway, guys, this is going to be the giveaway. Not all these busted locks, but what's left of the Viper screws, this tool, and all the other stuff you saw in the intro as part of the Multipick Bell Complete Kit. That will be the giveaway this week. Stick around. I'll tell you how to get it. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe. Stay legal. All you need to do is navigate to locklab.com, the tribal website, and scroll down in the middle of the page. You'll see all the giveaway buttons, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But the one you're looking for is the Weekend Review Giveaway, purple band. Just click on it. It'll take you to the registration page. Again, scroll to the bottom, put in a good email address, so if you win, I can get in touch with you, let you know. Put in a username, doesn't matter what it is, and click Submit. When you're done, you'll get a green check mark confirming your entry. Thanks, guys.